If you have not stood under Materuni Waterfalls and hand-ground coffee with the Chagga people, then you have not truly experienced Tanzania. Coming from the cold mountains of Norway, I thought I knew what scenic hike looked like. But Tanzania proved me wrong. Join me as I head to the base of Mount Kilimanjaro to explore the hidden gem of Moshi, Materuni Waterfalls. Hi, my name is Pemia, and welcome to Pemia Voyages and Lifestyle. And today, we are heading deep into the lush foothills of Mount Kilimanjaro. We are in the village of Materuni, where we are hiking to a hidden giant waterfall, learning the traditions of the Chagga people, and yes, probably getting a little muddy along the way. In Tanzania, we live by the simple phrase, pole pole. It means slowly, slowly. This journey is not about rushing to the destination. It's about feeling every step, every green leaf, and every cool mountain breeze. This is not just a place, it is a feeling, I tell you. In this video, I will take you along for the full experience from Moshi to Materuni Village. We will walk through farms and villages and discover together how easy or difficult the hike is. We will learn about Mount Kilimanjaro from the people who live beneath it. We will touch chameleons, coffee plants, and sacred leaves. And finally, we'll stand before one of Tanzania's tallest waterfall of 80 meters tall. Materuni Waterfalls is located in near Moshi town. We started our journey in Moshi, driving with a private car towards Materuni Waterfalls. Even with the GPS, we managed to get a little lost. Something that happens often on mountain roads like this. Luckily, we realized early and found our way back. The drive from Moshi to Materuni takes about 33 minutes. As we climbed higher, the air felt cooler and the landscape turned greener. Soon, we arrived at a yellow sign that read, "Welcome to Materuni Village." I had to stop and take photos. Some places deserve to be remembered from the beginning. Before the hike, we paid the entrance fee of 15,000 Tanzanian shillings per person, which is about $6.50. The fee supports trail maintenance, conservation, and the local community. We were assigned a local professional guide from this place. From the first step, I noticed that the soil beneath us was deep red, rich and muddy. For the hike, we carried our water bottles, insect repellent, sunscreen, our phones, and of course, our cameras. The comfortable clothes made all the differences. Materuni Waterfalls is at the base of Mount Kilimanjaro. The trail passed through Shamba and Kijiji. That means farms and villages in Swahili. The vegetation was thick and incredibly green, I tell you. True tropical rainforest. We saw avocados, mangoes, lemons, and bananas growing naturally. In the distance, the rainforest of Mount Kilimanjaro stood quietly above us. Since Materuni Waterfalls is at the base of Mount Kilimanjaro, our tour guide stopped and began to speak about Mount Kilimanjaro, not from the books, but from life. He said, Mount Kilimanjaro has 3 volcanic peaks. Kibo is the highest and home to Uhuru people. And this is the highest point in Africa. Mawenzi is the extinct and sharp one, which is the 3rd highest point of the continent. It was fascinating for me to learn that Shira is older and eroded, forming a wide plateau. Standing there and listening to the tour guide, I understood why people travel from all over the world to climb this famous mountain. As we continued to walk, the guide explained 5 ecological zones of Mount Kilimanjaro. He said Mount Kilimanjaro has the cultivation zone, which comes first. This is where the Chagga people live and farm. Next is the rainforest zone, which is thick with ancient trees and heavy rain. Then comes Hida and Moorland zone, which is open and quiet with unusual plants. Above that, he mentioned, is the Alpine desert, which is dry, rocky, and hashy. Finally, he said there is the Arctic zone with ice, glaciers, and volcanic rocks. It felt incredible knowing that one mountain holds so many worlds. I am grateful that I was together with a tour guide who was so knowledgeable about Mount Kilimanjaro. We passed through villages where cattle were kept in enclosed traditional sheds. This protects crops, animals, and homes. It is a system shaped by experience and care. Along the trail, we found a small group gathered around chameleons. One walked calmly on a tourist hand. Another one, it rested among the branches. Here, I gathered my courage and held one myself. It moved very slowly when it came onto my hand. Then suddenly, it jumped down. A local girl placed its back on my hand using a stick. In that moment, fear turned into curiosity. We continued walking past large banana trees with wide leaves. Here, banana leaves are part of the daily life. They are used in traditional coffee making. They serve as natural plates. They shelter homes and heal illnesses. Coffee here is Arabic, grown in volcanic soil. The berries, they change from green to yellow and afterwards to the red color. Only the red ones are ready. Everything here has a purpose, said the tour guide. Traditional houses in the area often use banana leaves for roofing. The plants create a green tunnel that surrounds the trail. We stopped near large tropical plants with massive heart-shaped leaves. They are called elephant ears. It was fascinating to learn this new name for me. They grow only in warm, humid places like this, he said. The soil beneath us stayed red, and the forest stayed thick and alive. We passed a small local market made from natural materials. The vendors there sold homemade bracelets and earrings in Tanzanian colors. I was amazed to see the beautiful craft that the craftsmen made and sell. There was beautiful work created by hand. From there, the trail became wetter and more slippery, but still it was manageable. Then our guide stopped beside a very special plant, the Dracayena plant, locally called masale. The plant holds deep meaning for the Chagga people. It is used in forgiveness rituals. A folded leaf of the Dracayena plant is given as an apology. Unfolding it means forgiveness is accepted. It also protects homes, marks boundaries, and guards field. If this plant is planted in a straight line, it shows ownership and respect. The plant represents the bond between the Chagga and the Chagga people and nature. From there, we continued walking closer to the waterfall. Water flowed beside the banana plants. The sound grew louder. Here, the terrain was a bit uphill, but not difficult to walk. We could now see the waterfall from a distance. The trail climbed uphill. At this point, there were more people that appeared ahead of us. We stopped to take some photos. The waterfalls was rising behind us. And then we finally arrived. Materuni Waterfalls. It stood before us, 80 meters high. Glacier water fell into a cool pool below. It felt like a hidden world, seeing it. The mist from the waterfall touched my face. I was surprised to find out that water here at the waterfall was very cold. I can say a bit freezing, even colder than the weather in Norway. After the humid hike, it was the most refreshing feeling that I had, I tell you. This is the largest waterfall in Tanzania. But numbers cannot explain what it feels like to stand here. The view of the waterfall left me speechless, I tell you. From Norway, I am used to hiking, and I think it practically helped me a lot. This hike was not difficult for me because of the dry weather condition. I do not think I would have experienced the same if I had come when it was during the rainy season. What I liked most about Materuni Waterfalls was that getting to the waterfalls did not cost that much, which means it is affordable for many people. The walk, it took us about 60 minutes, including the stopping time that we used. But I think if we're not stopping, we could have used a bit of a lesser time. If you are enjoying this journey so far, take a moment to like this video. It helps more people to discover places like Materuni. Materuni is not just a waterfall. It is a story told through land, people, and tradition. This is Tanzania beyond postcards, I tell you. This is Tanzania lived slowly. Thank you for walking with me today. If you want more journeys like this, don't forget to subscribe to Premier Voyages and Lifestyle. Remember to share this video with someone who loves meaningful travel. Until next time, pole pole.